Today's stream is in partnership with Plutus. It is a bank on crypto. If you're looking to get that daily passive income, then you can earn up to 3% cash back on all purchases using that card. So go ahead and check it out. And good morning, everyone. How we're all doing? Okay. As ever, we're going to be taking a look at Bitcoin to start off with. Then we'll also take a look at some of the majors, and then we'll jump into some price analysis on pretty much anything really. If you got something you like to talk about, fire it in the chat and we'll have a look through that. So wait for a few people to jump on the stream, and then we'll crack on. Morning, Kareem. How's it going, mate? Bobby Dazzler. Looking anti-English here already. It always is evening. Whenever I'm coming on here this time, it's always evening over in Oz. 0921 here. By the way, so I've shown you this website before. This is V3 AGGR Trade. This is actually a skin, and it's got loads of good information on. I'll find it link later on if you jump into my inbox on Twitter and you're wanting to get a setup like this. It's all free. You can see obviously spot trades going from the left hand side, which are over 50k. Bottom you have Coinbase trades. Top right you have perp trades, which are derivatives. And then here you got some liquidations, volume down here and volume down here for spot and perp. So if you want to check that out, then give us a shout on Twitter. But we'll have a look at that throughout this stream. I'm looking, hopefully we've bounced up from here. But starting off from BTC, this is a bit of a setup I've got. I did a VeChain video yesterday, and I was looking at some potential setups for Bitcoin. Obviously we always get pullbacks on these latest moves, and pretty unfortunate that we did lose that 35k region. We've been up to there a few times, and I thought we were going to stay above this time, but we rejected straight out of it. Currently, if we just look at that in terms of fib, are we on about 50%? Just drop below it. I tend not to use that fib. But yeah, so far, that's what I'm looking for, potential long setup from there at 32,638. Still could bounce up. We've got quite a lot of confluence around this level. If you look at alt top of those wicks, and the bottom of that wick there, that does show that's quite a key area. Let's mark it up. So that's a key area. Bounced off it there. Let's see if it can hold this time. If it doesn't hold, we'll come down to here. But let's see if we can push on from here and go up and target that 38k region. And we need to really get back above this 34,800 level before weekend comes, because otherwise it's going to be might be a nasty weekend. Jonathan, how are we doing, mate? Are you still bullish for 2021? Yes, I am. I've named this video Accumulation because that's all it is. I mean, we've had a major drop, haven't we? But look, sideways action, that's all it's been. Nothing other than that. There is always a possibility we could drop lower. I've always said that. But you could say we have got a bit of a bullish divergence forming here. If you look at this. Could say that's a bullish divergence, so let's see if we can pop up to the upside soon and attack that 41k region. I think that'll happen this month. We should probably at least attack it once. I can't say it's breaking it yet until around August, but I think August the real pump will start, and I think August to December, I really think it's going to be a solid Q4 for Bitcoin and altcoins. I think monitoring that, where is it? BTC dominance here. I think this is a potential settle. BTC may go in a run in like August, September time, which might bring us back up here. But then ultimately I think it's going to die off and sink down to mid 30s to 20s hopefully. And let's see some altcoin growth. We did see a bit of a spike on this yesterday to the downside. We had this major wick down, and that was because ETH BTC had started going on a run, and that took it out of the pairings. J Table Launch 32 or 30k incoming. Always a possibility, mate. I'm more inclined to say 32,638. Well, that's a bit of a setup I had from yesterday's video. I think it was up here. We got a double tap on that 382 level when we lost it this morning, and we're coming back down. So let's see if we can hit that 32,638 region. Do you think we will have a BTC all-time high in Q4? I do personally, yes. So look how stock to flow is doing. I think at some stage over the next 6 months this is going to be a nice spike up here somewhere. That's around December, around there, so let's see if we can get up there. Right, any questions or any projects you want me to cover, fire in the chat. There's not much to look at today really. I'm a bit out at loop. I've been away working for the last 4 days, so I haven't done any streams and I'm not really caught up, so this is the first time I've really looked at charts other than that VeChain video yesterday. So in terms of BTC, nothing major happening, still range bound, and people seem to think it's a bear market when it's not. It's just an accumulation phase. It would be a bear market if we drop down to these regions here, but we've not even done close to that. We bounced off that yearly open down here at 28k. Held up quite well, to be honest. One thing let's have a look on a weekly. What we have not had, what I noticed the other day, is any closures below 34k. Oh, is it there? Oh, this current weekly candle is, but with previous 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles, where no closures below 34,600. This could be the first bearish weekly candle, but let's wait and see. This could soon pop back up to the upside. But yeah, no weekly closures below 34k, and considering we've had all these weeks down here, that's quite a bullish sign. That it does show that people are willing to buy up as much as they can at 34k. So 34k could be the area where the whales are accumulating. Any short-term trades? Like I say, I've not really looked at markets, to be honest, mate, and I don't tend to do much trading. I'm more investment orientated, so can't really advise on anything like that. Any thoughts on FTM? What is it? Let's have a look. There's a new feature actually on CoinMarketCap. Let's see if we can find it. Let's find an ERC20 token first. Compound ERC20. Here it is. It should be on here now somewhere where you can actually swap on Uniswap. Not too sure where it is. Yeah, there's a new feature anyway. I'm not sure if it's implemented yet, but you can do direct swaps on CoinMarketCap, so it links in with Uniswap. I'm not sure where it is yet, but I'll find that out at some stage. Total looking at FTM. Ah, Fantom, yeah, it's been around a long time, Fantom on it. Ranked 100. Done some good growth this year. Did we create all-time highs? 95 cent, yeah, 2 months ago, so we are substantially down from that 95 cent, but let's have a look at the charts. Is it on bottom right? Ah, yeah, there you go. So that's basically Uniswap, just log your connects like you would. It's quite a cool feature, really. Saves a lot of hassle, doesn't it? Not too sure if you're taking extra fees because it's integrated, but yeah, it's a good option. So look what's going on here in Fantom. It's some major growth, don't it? We've got data back to 19, so there's quite a bit of data there. But yeah, it's been a nasty pullback, right, hasn't it? 81% pullback, not too bad. A lot of alts did do that. I mean, it is bad, isn't it? 81% drop, but a lot of people have been holding assets which have done more than that. So fundamentally, fuck all has changed, has it? But if you're looking for some entries, seems to be following the rest of the market. I mean, I think any assets that are usually in top 100 pretty much are following Bitcoin up and down, aren't they? We've done that 618, so it might come back down and test it again, or even come back down towards the beginning. So we're looking for buys. 20 cent I think could be a decent area to buy before it does spin around and start pushing up. Take profits, you got to look at that region, that wick, or the last bit of resistance. So that's the next one, 26 cent, probably first major area to break through and mark it up. So that's first major area to push through. I don't really get what you mean, George. What do you mean, ask to hold wyckoff? I'm not so sure what you mean there. If it's following pattern, then potentially, yeah. Once the bull market has hit its top, you'll be holding BTC and ETH or selling into stables. I'm not too sure yet. Obviously, I'll be withdrawing a lot of profit from my assets, but one key thing I will be doing is building Bitcoin and building stables. So stables, obviously, to go back into alts at some stage, and then BTC, just to build BTC. I think stacking Satoshis on my side is always a good way to go, because imagine one day if BTC becomes like the national reserve and takes over gold. So a long way off that, but I'm just stacking bits of BTC, even if it's little bits here and there. I think eventually you will be onto a good one there. A lot of people try to be Satoshi millionaires, don't they? So see if they can get 1 million Satoshis, but that's fairly easy at the minute. What you need is you need to try and aim to get about 10 BTC in your bank and just hold that long term. I'm going at 10, even one would do. What is the least market capital for a project which you would consider reasonable, safe to invest? It's totally up to you, mate. Depends how much you're in, depends which country you're from, depends, there's loads of factors in that. In reality, whatever you can afford to lose, whether that be a tenner or whether it be like 500 quid or 500 grand, it really depends, Honza, mate. Yeah, it just depends. Right, so let's have a look at some altcoins. As you can see, market's pulling everything down again with it. What I've noticed that the BTC shorts are starting to stack up a little bit if we're just going to the lower time frames. Not too much actually, is it? Had a bit of a tick up from the bottom here. Yeah, it's not too much out, but that's what's probably going to mark it down. Finex shorts are starting to stack up a little bit. That's a good indicator. Right? Keep your eye on that chart. So BTC USD shorts. If you see a spin around here and it starts to push up, maybe look at potentially waiting out and waiting for the price to settle. And obviously, if you're looking at BTC longs and they're decreasing, same scenario here. But mainly, I think the BTC shorts is the best one to watch. So currently they're shooting up and the BTC price is going down, so it could be a good indicator. Stuck right on that key level, aren't we? Proper solid support there. So let's see if that holds up. If it doesn't hold up, we're coming down here. So far it's holding up. Do you think meme coins will always have a place in the market? Probably, yeah. Dogecoin will probably be always around. Most of the others will die off, and they'll keep coming and going, and people trying to pump them, and there'll always be a space, I think, because you get crazy people, don't you, in the world. But I personally don't invest in them. So let's have a look at caps, see what's going on here. $7.4. It's had a bit of a sell-off, hasn't it? That's early investors that is selling off. Good time to buy some caps now. If you're on Cream and watching that, mate, we were talking about today, this for the first today, isn't it? A lot of investors have had their funds unlocked and are selling them off, so probably a good time to buy now. My predictions for the next couple of months. I'll show my Twitter. My pin tweet. So, coming to end of June, it's been horrific for crypto. I think personally a steady rise with some more added FUD through July to keep the price within the range, so sub 41k. And I think August a real rise begins. So that's my thoughts on that, mate. I wish I bought more DOT. My best pick some orders up at about 14.9 cent. Think could be a decent area to buy. Where have we been in? We're still quite low, really, aren't we? Considering that we did that first major drop down to 13, come all the way down to 13 again down here, so it's close to a double bottom. I can't see it going any lower than that, to be honest, ever. Unless the market got some crazy more FUD over the next few months, but I think we're pretty much around the bottom for me. If you're looking for buys, I think any buys under 20 bucks is a decent level, to be honest. I know 20 bucks is all the way up here, around there, but I think anything under that is an absolute steal for DOT. Alright, Steve. Same, George. I've lost a lot more than that, mate, but it's only a paper loss, isn't it? Go back up at some stage. Topped up more DOT, yeah, I think it's at a decent level to buy down there, mate. I mean, I don't think I've bought any for a while, because I've been staking mine on Ledger, which I can't access at the minute, which is a bit of a nightmare. We've got some issues, Ledger, with the new Polkadot updates. Hopefully they'll square that away soon. But yeah, I think it's a solid area to buy now. This will be a multiple $100 asset at some stage in the future. I mean, this year we've already been up to test that $50 region. I think it'll be at least 2-3 times more than that towards the end of this run. Yeah, I've actually bought some RSR. I bought another 100k's worth the other day. Not in dollars, but in RSR. That is an absolute steal. That is 2 cents for dot. For RSR is an absolute bargain. We have been up to 11.8 cents, currently down at 2.2. So it's for me, that's a great area to look at buying. I mean, if you want to set some orders, let's just have a quick look. Probably 2.2 cents. That's vet now, isn't it? I mean, I won't even look at prices on Mr. Bennis. I'd just be buying as much. I didn't even look at prices the other day. I just market bought. I pulled some USDC off Swissborg and thought, stuff it, I'm buying. I think about a week ago, actually. I think I got about 1.9 or somewhere around there. I was quite lucky, actually. But yeah, I think these prices now are just ridiculous. Vita and Fuel, what's your view? Never actually held any of them. Decent assets, aren't they? But yeah, I've never looked. I should have looked into them more, to be honest. This was set up I was looking for. I was looking for a drop from up here, and it has happened. And then I was looking for a retracement up to 6 metal, but it's not quite made it. It's just stayed pretty flat, really, hasn't it? And I mean, if you're looking for buys, again, I'd place some orders down at 528. See if it did come back down and test that area again. So that'd be a decent area to look at buying. Not adding a closure below that. How much do you take out when you do profits? Really depends on how much I've invested, mate. I mean, I don't know, like sometimes I just completely remove a full asset. Do you think BTC dominance will rise before it drops again? Yes, I do. I still think at some stage, maybe towards the end of July, I think BTC will go on a run. Looking at this on the weekly. I've got this as a bit of a setup on BTC dominance. We're either going to test this 52% or 57% area. I think 57% would be more likely, because if you look at this region around here, and when we acted as support there, and support here, I think this is a key area, so I think that could be a good area to test. So we've had that major impulse move down. I'm looking for a bounce back, test 57%, and then ultimately turn around, and then altcoins will really fly towards Q4. So I've got that towards the bottom around March, so if we pull it across around there, I reckon we might see some peak on altcoins around Feb next year. Or maybe even earlier than that, but let's see how it goes. Fingers crossed we do get a good run though. I've never looked into StormX, mate, so I'm not sure. I'll convert it on Binance, mate. It's an absolute fortune to convert assets on Swissborg. I think I will look into... Can't remember how much I had, but I don't know, maybe 5... Oh, I think I had 5 ETH over there on Swissborg, and I was looking to change it to USDC, and the fees were about $250, which were a fucking nightmare. It's not the best for converting on there. So yeah, it's cheaper to send it to Binance, do what you need to do. Notice that SNTVT has been going on a decent run recently. BTC pair not doing too. I'm sure the dollar pair has been doing well. So if I can find a dollar pair. No, not. Maybe on this chart. Yeah, 115% bounce, which is decent. I'm holding a bag of SNTVT. Do you think we've hit the bottom with BTC? Personally, I do, yes. A lot of bears will tell you that we haven't, but for me, I think we have. Still using this area support, so this red line here is a key level of support for BTC. So far we're holding up. If you look at that region there, we bounced off it and currently using it as support now, so let's fingers crossed that holds up. If not, we're going to come down to here at 32,638. Philip Matic. I've not looked at Matic yet. Somebody asked me on Twitter too. That's the lowest we've been back in May at 74 cents. We did a massive recovery. I think that was one of the best recoveries from that dump that we had. Massive V-shaped recovery, but then we obviously can see we had a long declining trend now. I mean, you could say that is the downtrend that we're in now, all the way from that top wick there. Rejected off it a few times and rejected off it here, so that is the key area to break through. If you're looking for buys, let's have a look here. Well, we've lost that 618 level, so you're looking at here probably $1 and that region there, $1.05 down to $1. Place some orders within that area. I think once we do come there, we are really looking like we need to start breaking out of this downtrend. I think once we do break out a downtrend, maybe we're looking for a bit of a setup. If you're looking for some trading positions, maybe we're looking for a breakout, a retest of that trend, and then we could potentially long it back up to that region around there. So that's a bit of a setup, but let's monitor it and see how it goes. We do need to break out of that downtrend though, because it is a nasty downtrend, right, isn't it? Still bullish on Harmony. I've never held any Harmony actually. Decent project though. I just cover it because everyone seems to like it, so where's Harmony? Nothing really looks bullish at the minute. We just had some nasty sell-offs, haven't we, for 2 months? But when things don't look bullish, it's usually the best time to buy in it. That's what I not looked at today. I think that might have dropped a little bit more. 28 still. Not actually an extreme fear at the minute. I think the market is just in a little bit of indecision. If you're looking for some buys, 5.9 cent could be a decent area around there. Redistribution chart for months. What's my day job? So good is when I would like to do it full time, but not much security yet. I think I need a massive pot to sit on to do this full time, and I like my job, so would be nice to do it full time though. I probably could get a full time crypto job doing some community manager shit, but wait and see. I don't know. Absolutely no idea what a red line is, so we'll get rid of that. Just for illustration purposes, we've had no closures at all below $1 since we broke through it, so that's shows that is a solid area of support. As you can see, we had loads of wicks below it but no closures, so that's bullish. It shows that people are looking to buy it at $1 no matter where it's been up here. I know we've had a massive pullback, 63%, which isn't as bad as some assets, but there's a lot of people buying at $1 here. So I mean, I've never held any Cardano, but I think if you're looking to buy it, maybe set some orders at $1, and I think you might get them currently at 131. So that could be a decent area to look at targeting. If you look at it from a 4-hour row, so that's a $1 line there. Maybe ladder some orders down from 125 all the way down to here at $1.05, and I think picking orders up within that range will be a decent buy. What's my current full-time job? I'm in the British Army. BTC short still on up a little bit. It doesn't like it here, but if you go into the 15-minute, I've looked at Matic. Starting to level off a bit now, aren't I? Seriously, I am. What's your current water intake? High. Especially when my office here is actually in my garage and it's like a fucking sauna, so. I'm a bomb disposal in Chelmsford. No, I'm not. I'm not telling you where I am. Will there be another drop in BTC or the downward cycle is over? Always a possibility, innit? I mean, personally, I've remained bullish throughout because I mean, if you look at it short term, everything is bearish. But for me, I'm looking more into the cycle of Bitcoin, and I still think we've got a long way to go, and I think we'll be creating new all-time highs towards the end of this year. But for me, there's always a potential it could drop, but I don't think we'll drop any lower than 28.8k. If we did drop below that, and I think this cycle will be over. But so far so good. I got sweat out on bevies as well. I went out last Saturday, got absolutely battered, and then England game on Tuesday, battered, so I need to up that intake a bit. Right, another couple of minutes, I'm going to sack it off because I got shitloads to do today. First day off work, so got loads of crypto shit to catch up on, and then go and do some live crap. Any projects you want me to cover in the last couple of minutes, fire in the chat, and then I'll sack it off that day. We're doing another video later on though for the channel. Maybe do some reserve rights price analysis or something like that. Do you think it's coming home? You never know with England, dear. I'd like it to come home, but we usually get fucked over by media, don't we? To be fair, we have played a lot better in that game, that last game, and most of the teams have performed. Although I can't remember last half of match because we're blitzed. Right, no questions, so I'm going to sack it off. So thanks everybody for tuning in today. Appreciate everybody coming on as usual. Try and get another stream in the morning. Or maybe even another stream tomorrow afternoon as well, but we'll see. So yeah, if you're new here, make sure you hit that like button or that you are subscribed. Loads of questions coming in now, but I'm off. So I'll see you all later.